Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is InsideAgameR. Welcome back to Simulate Virtual Airlines. It's been a while since we've flown, so welcome back to X-Plane 12. We're here with the Toliss A319, the baby bus. We're here in Marseille, LFML. And we're going to be heading to London City, which is EGLC. So obviously I was in London last week and I saw some planes taking off from London City. I completely forget that London City has their own airport apart from Heathrow, Gatwick, Luton, Stansted. So I thought we'd fly into it. Now, the baby bus here, the A319, doesn't normally go into it, but it does fit just. So it's going to be a bit of a, you know, we have to hit those marking landings bang on, otherwise we're going to end up in the River Thames or the O2, one or the other. But, you know, we'll see what happens, as always. Good evening to everyone that is here. It'll be a bit of a quiet stream tonight, I'm sure, but good evening to everyone that is here. Hello, hello, hello. Great, good evening, Mad Skills, Count, hello, Steg, 3 days in a row, man. Whew. You must be sick. Grimble, good evening. James, hello. James in the place, hello. Angel, hello. Probably said that twice. Hello, hello, hello. Hello to everyone. Hello, good evening. Hopefully you're all doing very well. Okay, so yeah, so the baby bus, we haven't flown in about 4 weeks. There's been a little bit of whiles, mainly because my days that I'm working and trying to figure out the days that can work for everybody. Tuesday seems to work the best, but sometimes my work schedule means I can't do Tuesdays. So that's just kind of where we are with this. Georgina, good evening. So yeah, look, we're here in Marseille. It's a lovely evening. It's a lovely airport down here in the south of France. I don't know if you've ever been. Marseille is a beautiful part of France. Spent a bit of time down there. I used to live in Lyon, which is not too far away from here. So I used to come down here quite a bit. It is beautiful. Couple of EasyJet here. Loads of Ryanair, of course. Ryanair, I think, served this mostly. There is a Ryanair flight over here, I think. Too sure who that is. I don't know. It's Jamesy, what stand am I at? I think I'm at 5 Charlie. You load in, you're going to have to load in on top of somebody, I think. There is Vatsim available as well. I didn't think there was any Vatsim, but Vatsim just came online, so we are on the live network tonight. I think it's a new controller who is training, because he's under monitoring, so I'm assuming somebody's monitoring. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But Jamesy, 5C, are you going to come join us or what? Why is there no sounds? Or is it just me? No, there are sounds. Okay. Just me. Alright. Okay, so look, I haven't flown in a little while, so bear with me. We will throw on the batteries, 1 and 2. It's going to light up the externals. We'll throw our fuel pumps to the on position. ADIRs 1, 2, and 3 can start aligning. Crew supply can go to the on position. Emergency lighting can go to the arm. Seatbelt, no smoking. We'll put a no smoking on, but the seatbelt doesn't have to go on just yet. We will throw on our beacon. What else we got down here? Anything else? Nothing else really. Do some fire testing. Hopefully we don't set fire. Okay, so this is all coming to life now. I'm just going to turn on these lights. I can actually see the screens, is always good. Turn you up. There we go. Right, so I'm going to tune into some radio because I don't know. 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. I don't actually know who is 1, 2, 4, 350. Okay, I don't know what the situation is. I think it's approach. We'll put them on anyways. We'll have a look. We'll have a listen. Yeah, just letting you know, mate. Yeah, that's good. Is Boeing we ain't going? Well, luckily we're in the Airbus today, so we are going, and we'll probably make it just. Boeing got a bad reputation after MoBo. Yeah, I mean, Boeing's been dreadful for a few years. But to be fair, I flew in a Max 8 last week, and it was my first time on the new Max 8, and it was actually really comfortable. Inside the cabin was really nice, seats were better, the engines were smoother, it felt faster. But anyways. Yep, Airbus. Airbus is my favorite to fly because they're probably the easiest to fly, in all honesty. I think people prefer Airbus in that sense. They're just a plane that anyone can learn to fly pretty quickly. Right, I'm just going to get you up for a second. I'm going to move you over here if you'll allow me. Alright, so we're just going to go over here. Fuel on board, we've got 3957. We should have just put in 7,000. We've got all our cargoes. That's all set and done. Performance, we should be going from 3-1 right. 1013 is our HPA, that's fine. 15, there is currently no wind, which is always nice. Okay, so we will be on 1 flaps departure, flexing to 68, not quite 69, which would have been everybody's favorite number. Rotating at 129, and if we don't take off by 131, we stop. As you can see, the V1 Max is at this point here as well, all that kind of good stuff. Don't worry about it too much. We won't worry about it too much. Right. So yeah, so we got ATC on. We could do a radio check. I don't actually know what button is connected to it. Hang on. Okay. Now, it is approach, right? I just want to check that is it approach or... We've got ATIS. Province approach. Maybe we should do a radio check just in case. Marseille approach, Sydney 7742 radio check.
Simply 7742, France approach, good evening, radio 5.
Readability 5, 77742. Okay, so he is online. He can hear us. It's all good. We're in a nice little quiet area. Like I said, Ryanair, to be fair to them, he pulls the planes apart, he brings them back, he pretty much rebuilds them. O'Leary always says that. His safety record's impeccable. He bought a load of those Maxes, and like I said, I was actually on one for the first time, and I was actually surprised how much, because I came back on an old one, and it's way more comfy. What happens if you spun the Z-axis? What, spam it or spin it? Okay, so anyways, the computer is still loading here. This is kind of computed up. We can compute this. That should send directly to this. We're going to click on our flight plan. Whoa, 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 whoa. Has this changed? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so we are today LFML, so we're in Marseille. What's the F? FML. And we are going to London City, EGLC. Steg, when are you going to come fly with us again? Come on, man. We're going to throw you into the to from. You can see here my flight plan is already in. So we're going to insert you. We are flight number SIT7742. Okay, a cost index. I've absolutely friggin' no idea. Did nobody get the cost index today? Cost index of 5. Oh, that's very low, which means we've been very economic. Flight temperature, we should be going up to, we're going north, so it should be even numbers, so it should be 380. We'll align the IRS, that's all good. We're going to throw in our winds. We're going to get our wind request. Okay, that's fine. Winds are in place, we cancel you. Obviously, I need to get some clearance from ATC before we do too much else. No, Jamesy's flying his own plane. So we're flying on a virtual network. I am flying tonight with Count and Jamesy. We are live on the VA. Don't know why Jamesy seems to have some issues with flying on the virtual airlines. So Count is flying with us tonight, but we're also on Vatsim, which is a virtual sky network. There you go. Once again, Microsoft Sword again. ACAR's still a thing. It is still a thing. It is still a thing. There you go. ACARs is still the thing. There's a few issues with ACAR since 2024 came out, though. Some of the updates seem to break some of the other games. It's a bit of a headache. I'm using the very early version of ACARs. It seems to be the only version that actually works. I don't know what version are you on? What are you using these days? Right, so we're going to go to plugins. We're going to go to the Toliss screen because I do want to align the IIS pretty quickly. Can't remember what that is. How the frig is that? Ah, quick align. There we go. That's what we're after. Bit of quick alignment. Wasn't London City Airport sold along with Exeter Airport and a few others to a big investment firm? I have no idea about that. I thought it was still government owned. But you could be right. It wouldn't surprise me. A lot of these places... You see, the thing is, we're flying into London. Obviously, there's noise restrictions. And there's also planes. The big planes, usually it's the Embraers. The 175s. Or you've got the Baby Bus A318s, but no one's really flying them anymore. I think British Airways might have one or two. Mainly other than that, then it's the ATRs and stuff. I was going to fly the ATR tonight, but because I haven't flown in a few weeks, I thought I'd better stay safe with a plane that I know. But yeah, just in case. Right, let's talk to some ATC then. Who is it? Marseille Approach, isn't it? Marseille Approach, good evening, 77742, request IFR clearance to London City, information Alpha, stand 5 Charlie, Airbus A319.
Simply 7742. Information Charlie is now current. You're clear to London City. Track 6 Sierra departure, runway 13 left. Initial climb is flight level 70, squawk 5603.
I missed. It's completely changed me here. Yeah, clear to departure, runway 13 left. Climb to flight level 70, squawking 5603, and I missed the departure there.
Departure track 6 Sierra.
A-Track 6 Sierra, simply 7742.
Simply 7742, read back correct.
Okay, so he has completely changed my runways. He's completely changed everything that I had planned. So I need to change this.
Marseille Approach, good evening. You're Scott 96 Whiskey Juliet, requesting IFR to London City. Aircraft type is A319, currently at stand 4 Bravo with ATIS information Charlie on board.
It is realistic. So basically, Vatsim is an online network. Sometimes there's people online, sometimes there's not. That is now Jamesy you're hearing talking as well.
Squawk 5614.
Alright, let's set up our squawk.
Clear to London City by the Track 6 Sierra departure. The initial climb is flight level 70, squawk 5614, Euroscope 96 Whiskey Juliet.
Euroscope 96 Whiskey Juliet, read back correct.
Okay, so we're squawking 5603, and now I need to completely change my flight plan. So we are departing runway 13 left. Oh, it's going to be a long taxi, isn't it? Taking the Etri 6 Sierra. Here we go. Perfect. It's a straight out departure. It's not too bad. I will put in the one for London City for now, but it could change when we get there. I'm looking at coming in ILS 27 with the Sovac 1 Charlie, is it? Sova 1 Charlie. I can't read my own writing as usual. No transition. We're just gonna make sure there's no discontinuities. Anyone? Okay, so what we can do also is put this onto flight plan. So we can see where we're taking off. We're going straight up and straight in. That's what we like to see. Flight plan looks pretty damn correct to me. We're going to go to our performance page, go back to the arc there, that's down at 10. We are 1013 QNH. Okay, so V1 at 129. Rotational speed of 129 as well, that's fine. Also our V1. 131 is our V2. Whoa. We will be a flaps 1 departure. And we want to flex to 68, not quite 69, which is a shame. Everyone loves a 69. Okay, so that should be our flight plan. Pretty damn good. Now, we'll throw you there. We're going to put on the master switch for the APU. So when I start doing my flying videos, my plane is nothing like this. Just so anyone that's watching this and thinks, oh yeah, you know, my plane is very, very basic. Very basic and very not as fast as this, unfortunately. I cruise around at 55, 60 knots. This goes at like 300. Yeah, so we're using an online network. So that virtual airline is my virtual airline that some people use. It's not as busy as it used to be. COVID, it used to be great. There used to be so many of us during COVID, but now everyone's back to real world. Not many people flying it much anymore, which is a shame, but it is what it is. So we're going to start the APU. So we're waiting for the flap to open now. And if you go at the back of the plane, you're going to see the exhaust gas coming out here. This is our APU. This is our power generator. So we'll know when it's turned on. There you go, you can see it's turned on now. That's the exhaust. Bonsoir. Okay, APU's online. We'll throw on the bleed here now.
Formation Charlie en cours, le piston service 13 gauche.
That idiot wasn't available yet. There we go. Right, that's all sorting itself out. Do I have to do that flight plan again? No. Oh, thank God for that. I thought for a minute there I might have messed up. It has been a while since I've flown, we'll put it that. Okay, so we're cleared up to 7,000 feet. So we'll throw that in here. That's all good, that's all good, that's all good.
French post 57-25.
Oh, they're talking French.
C'est possible, à quelle heure vous prévoyez le départ? On prévoit le départ vers 21h50.
Alright, we're gonna make sure these doors are closing.
French post 57-25, c'est copié. Prévoyez la 31 droite. Et je vous rappellerai pour un départ. Prévoyez un départ omnidirectionnel dans l'axe. Ok, nous prévoyons un départ omnidirectionnel dans l'axe.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's still a few people flying, but it's more casual now. I've completely laid back to the point where I have wondered, is it worth keeping it going? But look, some people are still very loyal and they want to fly with me, so you know, we're keeping it open for now. Maybe we'll have to go join Ryanair or EasyJet or something. But yeah, look, obviously the servers and stuff will all cost money, so something to think about in the future. We'll see. We'll see at the moment anyways, everything's okay. Right, so we've got that. So I'm going to throw on my nav lights while we're here. Wing lights can go to the on position while we're sitting here. That's all fine at the moment. Marseille approach, Simply 7742, ready for push and start?
Simply 7742, push and start is approved. Face south, I repeat face south. QNH 1015.
Push and start approved, facing south, QNH 1015, Simply 7742. Okay, so QNH is wrong. We've got to face south. Okay, I need to have a look where we're actually going from here. So I'm just going to change the screen over so some of you that don't understand, we've got charts and all these other good things. So we're now going from 13 left. So facing south is going to be facing this way. We're going to be going probably from Gulf, something like that, all the way up. It was 13 left, yeah. So we're taking off from 13 left now. I thought we were going from 31 right. It is what it is. Okay, I'll leave the screen like that in case I need that up again. We're going to go to plugins then. We're going to go to pre-plan our pushback. We are going to face south. We'll push ourselves down here somewhere.
Alright, Captain. Got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
We are ready.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Our tow is coming. Okay, so QNHD has just come live. That's fine. I'm just waiting on my boarding, and I'll be with you. Ah, no worries, Jamesy. Where are you? Where are you actually parked, Jamesy? I didn't even see. Is that you there? FPO 5725. What? What? Who are you flying under? Who's? Are you Euro Wings on this side? Oh, you're Euro Wings.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Euro Scott. Who's that banner with? Okay, engine mode to power.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
My parking brake's not connected to my quadrant.
Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
Yeah, I joined since we didn't fly anymore. What are you on about? We do fly. You bollocks. And you just didn't want to fly with us tonight. You've been saying A-Cars is broken, but A-Cars is not broken. I don't care. If you don't want to fly for my VA, you fly for whoever you want to fly with. It's completely up to you guys. I do not care who or what. Okay, engine number 1. And as I did say at the beginning of the stream, there's a reason why we haven't flown as much, because my work schedule's up in air since I've had to go back to work. Some Tuesdays I can't do anymore. Yeah, look, a lot of people are too busy for this kind of stuff. And look, if nobody wants this VA anymore, I will shut it down. It will save me 30 quid a month on server fees, and then all the other fees I've got to pay per year for the licensing and all the rest of it. So look, if nobody wants to fly in this anymore, just let me know and I'll shut it down. It's no big deal.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Okay, parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, flap set to 1 for takeoff. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what button brakes this aircraft yet, because I've completely forgotten. So we're going to find out in a minute. Now, the only thing about this VA was the fact that you didn't have to fly on Vatsim, because a lot of VAs, unfortunately, they require you to fly Vatsim only. Which is what puts a lot of people
And we're
off.
disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Alright, he's done. So we're going to go up above here now. Engines are on, so the APU bleeds can go to the off position. Wing lights are already on. Taxi lights on. One-way turn and light to the on position. And now we're going to get our taxi, and who knows what that's going to be like here. Let's find out. So, Marseille approach, Sydney 7742, ready to taxi to runway 13 left. I don't think I was in the game. Oh, I can't have both things up at once. What? Marseille approach, Sydney 7742, ready to taxi to runway 13 left.
Simply 7742, taxi holding point to Charlie 1, runway 13 left. via Golf 4 and Charlie.
Golf 4, Charlie. Clear to taxi for holding point Charlie 1 for runway 13 left via Golf 4 and Charlie simply 7742. Did he hear that? Right. Okay, so just so people that never been here before, so we're going to go up here via Golf 4. I'm assuming going into Charlie. I'm holding at Charlie 1. I don't know. We will have to kind of work this out as we go a little bit. Right, I'm going to take this off. I need to work out what button's going to break my aircraft. Not you. Not you. Not you. Not you. Alright, we found the winner. Was that actually friggin' handbrake? Oh god.
Euroscope 96 Whiskey Juliet, push and stay approved, face north, QNH 1015.
Push and start through, facing north, QNH 1015, Euroscope 96 Whiskey Juliet.
Okay, so my only brake is a handbrake. It'll have to do. You need to download the original ACARs, Jamesy, from the website and not update it, or I'll send you mine.
Marseille approche, French Post 57, donc avec information Delta, Ajaccio. French Post 57, 25, Provence approche, bonsoir. Formation Delta en cours, la mise en route pour Ajaccio approuvée. Départ omnidirectionnel, piste 31.
Yeah, so we're going out into the water here. This is the 1-3 left water.
Autorisé pour départ vers Ajaccio, départ SNL et transition 4000 et score 40. French Post 5725, je peux confirmer un départ omnidirectionnel, piste 31, avec une montée dans l'axe 4000 pieds. Départ omnidirectionnel, piste 31, droite dans l'axe French Post 5725. French Post 5725, lecture correcte.
We have 105 passengers according to SimBrief today. About 4,000 kilos of cargo. Probably be nighttime heading into London. Hey TSC, good evening, how are you? For some reason my aircraft wants to pull to the left a little bit. Didn't they want to put the M25 under the runway?
Euroscope 96 Whiskey Juliet, taxi holding point Charlie 1, runway 13 left, via Golf 5 and Charlie.
Taxing to holding point Charlie 1 for 13 left via Golf 5 and Charlie, Euroscope 196 Whiskey Juliet.
Okay, so we're nearly at holding point Charlie 1. He's probably going to give me clearance before I get there, but we're not ready.
Provence, bonsoir, le panne européenne 302 au niveau 250.
250.
Panne européenne 302 Provence approche, bonsoir, identifié. Montélimar, unité Roméo pour l'arrivée. Vous êtes autorisé pour...
Yeah, I thought they wanted to put the M25 under the runway. That's what I thought.
Zulu, piste 13 gauche. Montélimar, unité Roméo via Rixi, approche initiale pour ILS Zulu, piste 13 gauche, panne européenne 302.
Okay, you can see here it's Charlie 1.
Panne européenne 302, c'est correct. Dès que prêt, descendez 4000 pieds, le QNH, 1015, unité 0, unité 5. Dès que prêt, on descend 4000 pieds, 1015, panne européenne 302. Approche French Post 57.
Okay, now that we're at Charlie 1, we're just going to get everything set up.
French Post 55,
Engine set, that's set. We're cleared to 7,000 feet. That's fine. Auto brake set to max for takeoff. We are also going to throw on the strobe.
42. Charlie 1, line up runway 13 left. The winds at 290.6 knots. Cleared for takeoff.
Cleared to takeoff. Runway 13 left, simply 7742. Okay, so we got clearance. We're going to turn that off. Landing lights to the on. Takeoff light to the on. These all on.
On vient de perdre la totalité de l'avionique pour quelques instants. On souhaiterait des cap radar pour une poignée de minutes, le temps de reprogrammer la route, s'il vous plaît. On est au Pine 302, c'est copié. Tournez à droite, cap unité 70. 160. À droite, cap unité 70, Pine européenne 302, merci. On vous rappelle dès que capable de reprendre la route. Copie.
They need a third runway though.
Scandinavian 429, I'm with you at flight level 220, descending to flight level 150, inbound MTL. Scandinavian 429, approach.
Okay, power rolling up to 40%.
Cleared for the...
Gonna be rolling takeoff this one.
Approach, expect the...
Ryanair special.
ILS Zulu runway 13 left.
Okay, flex.
Clear to the Rixi approach and expect ILS runway 13 left. Scandinavian 429. Scandinavian 429, readback is correct. Descend flight level 70. Descend flight level 70, Scandinavian 429.
Okay, V1. And let's rotate.
Panne européenne 302, on serait prêt à faire une direct sur un point qui va bien, éventuellement Rixi ou plus loin. Panne européenne 302, copié, direct Mazet.
Okay, something went wrong with my controller. It disconnected, it's reconnected.
C'est correct.
That's really odd, the controller just completely disconnected. We're all good. Okay, I'm currently still flying the plane. Down to level climb. Yeah, I'm gonna be in trouble for that one. Yeah, I don't know what happened, the controller just completely disconnected. Yeah, the controller disconnected, I don't know.
Simply 7742, say altitude passing.
Simply 7742, just passing through 3,000 feet.
Simply 7742, identified, climb flight level 140.
Climb to 140, simply 7742. Okay, giving us higher clearance. Yeah, we're going to be in trouble for that one. We're still flying currently. We'll take the plane above kind of 5,000, 6,000 feet, I suppose. It's pretty straight from here. Okay, autopilot to the on. We're going to throw you out a little bit. We're going to clean up the aeroplane a little bit. Oh no, not put the speed brakes out. Flaps are up. Speed brakes off. We're climbing through.
Yo Scott 96 Whiskey Juliet, via Charlie 1, line up runway 13 left, winds 290 knots, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 13 left, clear for takeoff, here, Scott 96 Whiskey Juliet.
Okay, so there's Jamesy. He's just about to take off now. Can't say that was our finest moment.
Approche petit poste 57 25, on est prêt à rouler.
Our hull is a disaster.
Poste 57 25, roulez Lima 4, Golf Unité, Charlie. Point d'attente Delta 9, piste 31 droite. Roulons via Lima 4, Golf Unité, Charlie. Et attention au point d'attente Delta 9, French Post 57 25.
Okay, 10,000 feet. Landing lights to the off position. Everything else is still on. They're all off.
Scandinavian 429, turn left direct Zebra. Turn left direct Zebra, Scandinavian 429.
Becular is good though. I didn't think it was that good.
742, and for the ATC monitor advisory 122 decimal 8 hour.
Was he talking to me? 122 decimal 8 7742. Okay, he was.
Foxtrot approach, Euro Scott 96 Whiskey Juliet, departing runway 13 left, departing 1,700 feet.
Euro Scott 96 Whiskey Juliet, thank you, identified, climb flight level 140.
Climb flight level 140, Euro Scott 96 Whiskey Juliet.
Was he talking to me? Cage match was disappointing too, yeah. The TLC was the best match. Someone wants to button bash the controls with this plane go down. Probably. Well, you just take it off autopilot and it'll probably just crash if you're not in control. Yeah, he's gone face again.
Panneau européen 302, depuis Zebra autorisé à approcher LS, Zulu piste 13 gauche, rappelez tapis.
Via Zebra autorisé ILS 13, Zulu 13 gauche, rappelez tapis, panneau européen 302.
Right, I'm just going to leave him on for a few more seconds just to make sure he was talking to me, because I feel like I'm still in his airspace. Yeah, he went face again. I think the Becky Lynch Valkyria had better fights on the SmackDowns and stuff previous. I didn't think it was that great. My favourite were the TLC, the Tag Team TLC, I thought was good. I thought the Rhea Io Naomi was pretty good. The CM Punk was pretty good. The John Cena at the end was pretty funny. Everyone's going crazy now, Lesnar's back, eh?
Scandinavian 429, descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1015. Descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1015, Scandinavian 429.
I'd say The Rock could be the last person he faces. Okay, so we're going to go to 122.8. So basically now we're on what's called Unicom. So if there's no ATC, this is where we are. The Earth's curve. It is there. Unfortunately, we have the sun in our eyes right now. We're not high enough up yet. We're only just passing 20,000 feet. We got a headwind, unfortunately, as well at 28 knots. Flight time was about 1 hour 45 minutes, I think. We do have a little distance to go. So we've got plenty to do. We've got plenty to talk about. My can aside is nearly finished though. That's the only problem. Unfortunately, no jet stream where we are. Hey, Russ Pilot, needle ball and airspeed. Well, maybe a bit more complicated in this bird than say my P812. A little bit more. You'll see eventually. We need to be higher. Seeing a match goes on for an hour. Yeah, well. It was always gonna. It's his last match as champion. He passed the torch, didn't he? Well, we're about to go kind of over the Alps, right? The Alps are on this side somewhere. See the curvature? Look at that. Beautiful curve. Is London Control online? I didn't even look. Oh, fuck. Oh. No, is London Control on? And it shows it is. Swanic Military Control. What? Alright, well, we'll see what happens when we get there. I stay away from Reddit. London Control are gonna love us. I don't mind flying into London Control. I find sometimes flying out of London Control is the hardest thing because they've got to direct us in, so we'll get priority. I thought the Dom match was quite good. Yeah, I thought it was quite a good match. It made me laugh a few times. I think sometimes that's what you want. I think Dominic Mysterio will get a big push now. You notice that the Judgment Day didn't come down for him or anything. It's funny. Yeah, there was a big problem there last week on Friday. Well, that's the spirit. This is how I fly in real life. You know, at some point we're going to have to come down. It's quite funny having a small plane. Nobody will come up and fly a small plane with you. Literally, barely anybody. If I tell someone, "Oh, I have a plane," you know, do you want to go? They don't like small planes. They think they're dangerous or something. I'm like, we're going to come down at some point. You know, if the engine blows, I'm going to get the plane down. We're going to go down. Like, I'm not worried. Well, I thought it was yesterday that there was problems at the T2 tunnels. Didn't they get blocked or something? And people were missing their flights like crazy. Barrel roll for science. This plane can do a barrel roll in the game, but I don't recommend it. Currently using the original A cards, haven't updated in months. Yeah, Count, I'm only using the original A cards as well. The original one seems to be the only one that works. Since 2024 got released, it's broken A cards to pieces. If I die, I die. That's the spirit. That's what we like to see. To be fair, I do this a few times before we take off. But yeah, nobody will come flying. Well, there's a lot of people that be like, oh yeah, I can't wait to come flying with you, and they'll come with you, and yeah, as soon as they get there, they chicken out. So many people. It's kind of a funny one. So yeah, I spend a lot of time flying alone. It's okay though. For me, it's just relaxing. When you're up there in the sky and you're just piddling along, and there's no traffic, there's nothing to think about. It's the only time my head's ever clear. Yeah, don't update it. Don't update it. Well, I don't know about you, James. James, you've already pissed off to another VA now, so you won't fly with us, let's be honest. You might as well just keep flying for the people. As long as you fly with me on a Vatsim, that'll do me. Yeah, there's something about small planes people don't like. I don't know what it is. Like I tell people, there's more chance of us dying driving to the plane than us dying in the plane. Like, you can have an engine failure. Things can happen, but as long as you fly into the crash, 9 times out of 10 you'll survive. It's the people that just kind of give up and just panic. You have to just keep going. Whatever's going on, no matter where it's going to go, no matter how many trees you're going to hit, got to keep flying into the crash. You hate the big planes. Yeah. A lot of people have phobia of flying, and I get it. Some people it's for the heights, but I'm like, you could just get an aisle seat, you don't have to look out the window. But I suppose sometimes, like, when the plane banks quite heavily, you know, when you're getting out of airports and you're climbing, and they bank really heavy while they're climbing, and it feels like you're going to fall out of the sky. You know, I can see why people get nervous, but... Any plane's a gamble these days. Well, look, there are some people. There's a lot going on in the aviation world at the moment. There's a lot of GA planes going down. But what I mostly see is people that take risks that you don't need to take. Like, a lot of crashes with GA planes are because someone like a doctor owns a private plane because he needs to get across, like, especially in America, different states or to different hospitals for different surgeries. And he's under pressure to get there. And the weather's bad. They know the weather's bad, but they risk it. And then they get caught in an IMC, which is bad weather. They might not have the full training verifications. A lot of them don't actually have the training required for IMC, but they go into it anyways because they have to. And you know, majority of the GA crashes are for these reasons. Now, obviously, look, you're going to get engine failures. Like, I had my exhaust spring snap off of me there the other day, and it was hanging on by a piece of metal, but the exhaust was flapping. It happens. Things happen. Got it down, had a look, got some new springs, put them on, happy days. Bob's the uncle, you know. Have an engine failure, I landed a C-42 on the golf course. Look, most people, you know, that are sensible of flying, if we have an engine failure, as long as you got altitude. The other big problem is when some people like to show off, say they have somebody in their plane for the first time, and they fly really low, and something happens. If you don't have altitude, that's when you have basically, altitude is time. If you're 2,000 feet in the air, you've got a couple of minutes to think, okay, there's a big field, we're aiming for that, we're going for that, whatever happens, happens. But when you only got like 300 or 400 feet, and people are pissing around, like we saw it at Newtonards, 4 people died. There was a guy in a Mooney. He was flying over the clubhouse at like 500 feet. They don't know what happened, they reckon he stalled. And he killed everyone on board. Like, it happens because people are stupid generally. That's generally the reason why there are GA crashes. You know, I look at my apps, I look at the winds every day, I think, okay, today's flyable, I'll get there, I'll assess again, I'll see where I'm going, is it still flyable, check the weather, check the meters. If it's flyable, I'll fly. If I think it's borderline, I won't. It's as simple as that, really. Small plane was in a complete spin, the instructor just had ice in his veins and talked the pilot through. Well, a spin is fine if you have altitude. And basically for a spin is hands on the dashboard, opposite rudder, so if we're spinning to the left or the right, you go opposite rudder, and eventually it'll cancel itself out, wings level. It is a part of the training if you want to go up to the big ones, like you have to do those kind of maneuvery things, and again, but if you don't have altitude, if you're at 1,000 feet and you get yourself into a spin because you're not flying properly, you're not going to survive. There's no way to get out of a spin at that kind of, you know. Buddy Holly, right? But yeah, bad weather, inexperienced pilot. Yeah, and he didn't have a night rating or anything, and he went up into the night, got lost in the clouds, and they died. Yeah, and again, generally most GA crashes are because bad decisions. I'm only messing with you, James. Like I said, if you want to fly further, either way, it doesn't. I'm not too worried. Like I said, I know that my VA is not very busy anymore, and but I still enjoy flying. And when I can fly on a Tuesday, we will fly. You know. Spins in a glider. See, I've never been in a glider. I've never been in a glider. How about that crazy pilot who stole a plane in San Francisco? Yeah. What did you see there? Was it in Madeira or Lanzarote? There was a guy and his kid doing aerobatics and he plunged into the water and both of them died, didn't they? Crazy. Yeah, that person jumping into the engine, that video was nasty. To be fair, I'm surprised he didn't go through the engine and a load of blood and stuff come out, and he just kind of went in and bounced out. But do you see the body flopping? Oh my god. Jesus. No, that was nasty. I didn't go to the air show, no. I was in England last weekend. I went the year before, but yeah, I didn't go this year. I was in London. Flying is a funny one. Loads of people want to fly, and they go and fly, and then after a couple of lessons, they either stick with it or they don't. Generally, how I find. I find that's kind of the worst thing with learning to fly is you're getting used to all the bumps and you know, the turbulence bits, you know, the heat pockets. Like, it took me probably about 3 or 4 hours before I got used to the plane, you know, jumping or moving, and you know, you think to overcorrect yourself all the time. So you know, the wind blows you a little bit, so you think you have to correct the plane, and it's actually more dangerous than anything. Like, until you actually just sit there, hands-off flying. Like in my plane, I'll take my hands off and the plane will just fly. It won't fall out of the air. If it's trimmed and it'll fly straight-ish. But yeah, look, I will be doing some flight videos. I've got some new cameras coming this week as well. So there'll be 3 cameras in the cockpit, 2 in the cockpit, 1 outside. And I'll talk about these things when we're flying. And if there's anything you guys want to know or understand, I'll try and explain it. I'm not the best. I'm not, I have a license. Doesn't mean I'm a professional. I'm always learning. Every flight, you learn something new still. I don't think I know everything. I really don't. But, we go with how it goes with, really. Is it expensive to learn? It can be. Everybody's different. I think the thing with learning the fly, everybody's different. Everybody will pick it up at a different speed. It could take somebody 30 to 50 hours. It could take somebody minimum hours at 20 to 25. It just depends how quickly you grasp everything. I think once you kind of get the basics of, like, the landing and stuff, like, you're pretty quick to go up on your own. And in a case of, you gotta fly. Paris Control. I'll wait for them to message me. They might not bother. Yeah, man went into an engine. He went past security, jumped in the engine of a plane, and he didn't come out the other end. He just literally flopped to the floor dead out the front again. It was really weird. Whoever buy an island, I'll employ you as my pilot. Well, don't buy the island in Ireland because the winds, we never get to fly. Like, the last few days, obviously, with the storm, we've not been flying. I'll be working now to the weekend, so I probably won't fly now to the weekend. So ATC. Now, here in Ireland on the west, there is no ATC. So we're in what's called G airspace. I'm not at a real airfield. I'm at an airfield that someone's built themselves on their farm. I'm on a farm strip, but it's concrete. Technically, there is a radio, but it's like this now. We're on 122.8. It's like a Unicom for real world. I will blind call that I'm coming in and what I'm doing, but a lot of the times people won't talk back unless I go to bigger airports, which we will do. I'll never really have to go into Shannon airspace. Occasionally, we might go into Knock airspace. But Ireland, where I am on the west, it's a very weird, no ATC area, really. Apart from some of the airports will have ATC. Where I was up in Belfast, I was always talking to Belfast Approach because we were in Belfast airspace and it's busy. But yeah, here there's not so much. But I will still do blind calling, so you'll still kind of hear it, I suppose. You pull banners. That's quite risky, isn't it, pulling the banners? I hear it's quite a... if you kind of fluff up, it can be pretty bad. There's a legit island for sale with a house built about 400k. Where the frig is that? It's like that in a lot of space. I'll show you what I use. I'm pretty sure I have Sky Demon app. Alright, let me just log in. Ah, fucking caps lock was on. Do any of you guys ever get this where you can never remember your password to anything? Oh, fuck. I didn't realize I was muted, sorry. That's how you fly through congested airspace, yeah. So yeah, I didn't realize I was muted, sorry. So basically all I was saying is, where I was before, I was up here in Newtonards. This is where my plane was based, and as you can see here, we're under the Belfast, Aldergrove, Belfast City airspace. So you have to talk to them if you're in these areas. Now there are CTAs, so if you fly under that, technically you don't have to talk to them, but you would anyways. Oh shit, hang on. Before we do that, I gotta speak to Paris. We got real ATC going on here. 128 155. Gonna be hard to talk to you now for a minute because it's gonna get busy. Catchy.
Paris Control, good evening, Euroscope. 96 Whiskey Juliet with you, flight level 380 inbound. Inbound Mocan.
Euroscope 96 Whiskey Juliet, Paris, bonsoir, identified. Proceed direct Avalon.
Direct to Avalon, Euroscope 96 Whiskey Juliet.
Good evening, Paris. Approach. Simply 7742 with you at 38,000 feet inbound at Catchy.
Station calling, say you call secondly.
Simply 7742.
Simply 7742, Paris, bonsoir, identified. Proceed direct Avalon.
Proceed direct to Avalon, simply 7742. Okay, so he wants us to go direct, so we're going to change this now. We're going direct to Avalon.
28 Romeo, contactez Lyon, 120, correction 120, décimale 230, bonne soirée.
Avec Lyon 120 230, merci, bonne soirée, 628 Romeo.
France 58 Delta Victor, descendez niveau 150.
150 à 58 Delta Victor.
Top Suisse 1-2 Tango Foxtrot, proceed direct Loussard.
Direct to Lusard, Top Suisse, 1-2 Tango Foxtrot, merci.
Good evening, Paris Control, Orange 1-2 Tango, flight level 360 inbound, Chachi.
Orange 1-2 Tango, Paris, bonsoir, identified, proceed direct Avalon.
It's going to be hard to talk to because of him now, but so yeah, basically all this area here is uncontrolled airspace technically. Now you do actually have Shannon, so the Shannon Fair, but you wouldn't bother them really unless you're high up. So this is radio for Knock Airport.
To Vatsim and see you next time.
This is obviously Shannon, Kerry, Cork, all these together.
Bonsoir, Skyence 2069er, passing flight level 145 inbound au début.
Elana 2069, Paris, bonsoir, identified, climb level 270, direct Moulin.
Climbing flight level 270, direct Moulin, Skyence 2069er.
En 58 Delta Victor, contactez Lyon 120, décimale 230, bonne soirée.
Lyon 120 230.
Oh god, we're going to be in Paris airspace for ages.
November Juliet Hotel, contact De Gaulle 121, decimal 155, goodbye.
121 155 November Juliet Hotel. Good night. Il marque 2802 pour commencer la descente.
Et il marque 2802, descendez niveau 2, correction, descendez niveau unité 20, stable Cambrai.
Niveau unité 20, stable Cambrai, est-ce qu'il marque 2802?
Paris Control, hello, good evening, Candidator 703, handed by Reims, climbing 36, inbound 2 taps.
India Bird 703, Paris, bonsoir, identified, proceed direct au bureau, climb level 360.
Direct au bureau and climb flight level 360 for Candidator 703.
So basically all this airspace here is called Class G. So technically, what we have is a Unicom, which in Ireland is 123.450.
7742, contact Reims 133005, good night.
Paris, have a very good evening. Francis 778, climbing to flight level 1 inbound, Nepal.
On by. Simply 7742, contact Reims 133005.
Contact at 133.005, simply 7742, good night.
France 778, Paris, bonsoir, identified.
Unfortunately, I have to change again, hang on. 123.
France 778, continue climb level 260.
260 for France 778.
Who the frig are we talking to now?
Continue present sailing, vectors ILS, runway 33, descent flight level 8, 0.
Reims.
Resume heading and descending 8 seconds. Good evening, Wizz Air 563, flight level 300 inbound, Echo Papa Lima. Wizz Air 563, bonjour, identified.
Reims Control, simply 7742 with you at flight level 380, inbound Avalon.
Simply 7742, bonjour, identified.
Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Bonjour, mon ami. Okay, so we're identified, we're good. Instead of buses, we could have the 194 helicopter en route. So yeah, basically, in Class G airspace, you just need to be on a Unicom, you'll be, you blind call. So like if I was coming into an airfield now, I'd say my call sign, which is Golf Hotel Victor, and I just state inbound 10 miles overhead, whichever town I'm overhead, coming in from whatever direction, and I'd state my intentions, so coming into land or joining overhead or passing through, whatever I'm doing. You just blind call, and if there's people there, they will hear you. Shannon's a bit of an old battleship. It is.
Hello 672, leaving my space, 122.8, goodbye.
Yeah, the fuel cost would be astronomical.
Hello 672, leaving my space, 122.8, goodbye. Renault 672. Hello 672, leaving my space, advisory 122.8, goodbye.
So every country has their own call signs on the registrations for English aircraft. So my aircraft is actually registered in England. So Golf G. Any airplane that has a G is Golf, which is a British airplane. In Ireland, now I do need to re-register mine as an Irish plane eventually. I'll do it at some point this year, and then it will become EI.
01419, passing flight level 275, inbound Pendo.
So most American planes will be N, which you can see here now from Rust Pilot. Crossing overhead at 108. Yeah, that's it. And you blind call. So basically anybody in say like a 10-mile radius of my plane will hear me.
left heading 155.
Now it's going to be hard to talk to you because this is going to be mental over Paris now.
Orange 1 to Tango, control identified.
Control, good evening. You're Scott 96 with Juliet with you, flight level 380 inbound Avalon.
Standby.
Until we get to the other side of Paris, we got to have to listen to him, I'm afraid. EI, yeah, so EI is, it could be EL. It could be either or for Ireland. So basically, when you're in G airspace, you just tell people your intentions, and it's all about keeping a good eye out. Now, we do have other pilot aids that we can see each other if we're using ADSB. We can see each other on moving maps, depending if other planes are using it or not. You've got things like Sky Echo that basically sends a GPS so we can see each other.
Oscar, can you repeat, please?
We're approaching Okelu. Can we expect radar vectors thereafter?
Hi, Lima. Oscar, you're leaving my airspace, so further will be on advisory. Thanks for your flight in my airspace. See you next time.
Whatever to advise you, and thank you for the ADC. Oscar, sorry.
Your flight 1090, left heading 140, descend altitude 7,000 feet, QNH 1024. Eurofly 1090, left heading 140, descend altitude 7,000 feet, QNH 1024.
QNH 1024, this left heading 140, and descend 7,000.
Euroscope 96, Whiskey Juliet, bonsoir, identified.
Bonsoir. James, so the highest you can fly in my plane would be 10,000 feet without oxygen. It could go higher.
Control, hello again.
But you wouldn't want to go any higher.
05,
You'd have to carry bottled oxygen with you.
Copy above 703, bonsoir, identified.
I spend most of my time flying between kind of 1,800 and about 4,000. I don't really need to be any higher than that.
That's approved, and just recycle squawk 5775, please.
5775703.
Rencontre du French Post 40. French Post 45 Victor Mike, bonjour, identifié, poursuivez la montée niveau 360. Pour la montée niveau 360, French Post 45 Victor Mike.
I've seen nothing.
Eurofly 109, radius speed 10 knots.
Radius speed 10 knots, so Eurofly 810. Yeah, collision 109. Radar Alpine 7159 passing 290 to 300 inbound Pendo. Alpine 7159, bonsoir, identified. Easy 2410, you leave my space, this is we want to do it by.
You got a PA up to 9.8.
L212.8.
Unless you got bottled oxygen on you, I wouldn't go that high now myself. Unless you have a pressurized plane. If your plane is pressurized, you can go higher. If not, you can go higher, but you need to carry bottled oxygen with you. Now, the other thing is obviously how the engine's going to fly because the oxygen is less up there. There's a lot of other things involved about flying that high. I think the highest I've been in my plane was 6.5, and I wouldn't go any higher. It takes a long time for me to get to 6.5 because the engine's not powerful in my plane. I have a very small plane, remember. My plan is, if you guys keep watching my channel and get me rich, I plan to buy bigger and more expensive planes. So the other thing is I bought this small plane to see will I actually use it enough instead of renting planes. So my plan is to get at least 1 year out of this plane, get my hours up. Once my hours are up and I'm happy, I know what my expenses are. My plan is to get something a bit bigger. Probably back end of next year, going into 2027 would probably be the goal.
That's out of my airspace, but yeah, that's approved to me.
Control, very good evening, Santa Sensor, speed 300, 300.
778, bonsoir.
I have not named my plane, no. So my plane is currently red. I plan to wrap it green and get new skins for it this year. That's the plan for the winter.
KLM 5 South Foxtrot, thank you, and you leaving my space, so this we want to do it by.
128, thank you for control, bye.
Your flight 109, turn left heading
021, timing 260, speed 280.
Everybody's talking over each other.
Your flight 109, left heading 020, clear by LS, runway 33, report established.
I called my plane by the registration number 77 Mike and 52 Romeo. So yeah, mine's pretty boring.
With 577, need 221, climbing flight level 260 and speed 280 knots.
577, bonjour, identified.
Yeah, it's two planes by the looks of it. So mine's Golf Bravo Yankee Hotel Victor. So I suppose I could call it Victor.
Continue climb flight level 340577.
Luxair 8245, on approche Kirku, on reste sur votre fréquence. Luxair 8245, je vous remercie, vous avez quitté mon espace, la suite sur 122.8, à bientôt. Sur 122.8, Luxair 8245, au revoir.
I'd hate to do a GoFundMe. As much as, look, I could do with one. Like, I want to get new skins and wrap my plane green and turn it into a proper channel plane this winter, but I need about 3,500. But I'd hate to do a GoFundMe. It seems like, you know, there's people out there that are really sick that really need the help. You know, I am earning money. I just got to save better, I suppose. But, look, the more videos you guys watch, it'll get me somewhere. So that's what I kind of do. I tend to use my YouTube money for things like that kind of stuff, really. But this month I just bought basically a brand new PC, so I got loads of new PC parts coming next week. A hard drive failed and my motherboard's dying, so I got a new motherboard. I've updated it to the new chipsets, the new DDR5 RAM, so I'm rebuilding that next week. So that's this month's YouTube money. All win on that. You've got a 946 PA Cub. The Americans love their Cubs with modified wings, 150. I like a 150. Lots of people scam and GoFundMe. Like I said, part of me, it'd speed up my process, but I just don't feel right trying to ask for money, like when people are out there that are, you know, struggling and sick, and you know, for my cause would be such a pointless cause. Oh, I need to reskin my airplane. Like, I shouldn't have bought the airplane if I couldn't afford it. You know what I mean? So I always feel like that's my own problem.
With a 5. Derek Balek with a 577.
1440. You might do by the end of the year.
Oh,
So I bought a new motherboard and some new things, but there are some other things, like I haven't updated the graphics card yet. I'm still running a 3080 Ti. I will go up to a 5 series probably, but I'll have to wait probably a month or two before I start thinking about that.
Continue to climb 350, beeline 399.
Everything costs money. Everything costs money. It's crazy, isn't it? So new skins for the plane are about 2,500, and they take about 8 weeks to produce as well, which is the worst thing. And then I've got to fit the damn things. That's not easy. Right, let's see where we are in the world. We are very close to Paddy. Where are we?
Good evening, Airplane 69 Heavy with you, climbing 14,000 for 19,000.
Airplane, a hole in the sky that you pour money endlessly, but still love doing it. Yeah, look, I literally just brought some new things. Here you go, here is this week's build. I brought 4 new rubber for the engine mounts because 2 of them were broken, so I'm going to replace all 4. A new exhaust rubber mount because the exhaust started leaking when the spring broke. It pulled back the exhaust and now my gaskets are leaking. New gaskets for the exhaust. 2 new front shock absorbers because it won't pass the test with the ones that are on there at the moment. A new throttle cable because mine's got a kink in it and it's not exactly safe. 3 new springs. And to package it, here you go. That is the bill, just for those few little things. No, can you see it? It's not looking good. Just for those few little things. That's coming from Randcar Air or something. That's in France. They're coming from France. I can't buy my parts from England because I get custom taxed. I have to buy from Europe. Yeah. Such silly little things. I mean, an engine mount. 1 piece of rubber for an engine mount. 20 euros. So for them, 80 euros. Money just flies out the window. You get skin for what you make you. No, so basically, mine has like skins, but the body will get wrapped, but the wings and tail will need to be skinned. So yeah, so basically for an exhaust spring, a couple of gaskets.
778, Mach decimal 77. Mach decimal 77, with a 577, Mach decimal 77.
Those parts can't be 3D printed. They're gaskets, springs, and engine mount rubbers, and a new throttle cable. Nothing you can do. 400 euros on literally like 3 things.
For the moment.
But I'm a qualified mechanic, so I do all my work on my own plane. So look, I save money by doing my own work. That's the only hindsight to it all. I can sign my books off.
778, continue climb flight level 360.
And there's never a problem. So the local inspector knows me as well, so when I do the work I sign it and he signs under it. So yeah, because of Brexit I can't order my parts in England because if I would get custom taxed on top of that. So I have to order. I have to order from other places.
Continue climb flight level 360, 778, you're leaving my space at this 122.8, goodbye. Roberto Unicorn 122.8, thank you, bye. Color 5 Hotel Charlie, advisory 1228, bye. Advisory 122.8, have a great day, bye bye, Condor 5 Hotel Charlie, heavy.
Beeline 7 November Lima, leaving my space, advisory 122.8, goodbye.
You have your passport. You're done for. You're cooked.
Well, flight 179, exit runway 33. No, flight 1090, thank you, via Bravo, taxi, gate number 17. Via Bravo, gate 17, flight 179. With a 563, you're leaving my space, advisory 122.8, goodbye. 122.8, 563, see ya, thank you. Speedbird 73 Victor, same for you, advisory 122.8, bye-bye.
Speedbird 70 Victor.
We're going into London, Jace. They'll put you up in a 5-star hotel in London. Don't worry about being a stowaway.
Correction, Aduto.
They'd be fair when you come via boat, but...
Direct Aduto, orange. 1 to Tango. Alpha 04 Victor Hotel, continue climb flight level 230.
Continue climb to level 230, Alpha 04 Victor Hotel.
With a 577 leaving my space, advisory 1.
Did you see the video of the people leaving the London on the mopeds doing Just Eat and stuff? All the new migrants getting brand new mopeds and everything. And people are standing outside going crazy. She had a Eurostar to Paris, then get a thingy back to Dover and I get a free hotel. That's it. That's all you have to do. That easy.
Simply 7742, proceed direct Ratuk.
Whoa. Ratuk. Okay. Proceed direct to Ratuk, simply 7742. Okay, we're going direct to Ratuk. Look, we're going more direct route into London now. That's basically, he's moving us away from the Paris busyness. So he's directed us direct, but we need to be descending soon. I haven't even looked at my charts yet. Does anyone know what's going on? Does anyone know what we're doing? I haven't got a friggin' Scooby-Doo here. Seems a bit early to be descending, but... Okay, 3,000 feet. Now, the problem with the London airport, we are coming in this side. It is steep. It's a steep... Not many airports have this kind of steep glide slope. It is what it is. We're going to put in 3,000 feet because that's what we need to go down to. All the hotels stopping in 2029. You better get your money worth now then. The migrants find the police as they felt threatened. For one person who was interviewed said he feels unwelcome. Oh god. Yeah, the place is bananas. Here in Ireland, we burned them down. A lot of the hotels that went up got burnt down. It's the way the Irish are, I suppose. God. I'm probably gonna have to request descent. Oh, the smaller the dinghy. So the more risk you take, the better hotel you get. Is that how it works? Awesome. Okay, just want to make sure our radio navigation, yeah, 111.15. 111.15. Everything else is kind of good here.
1419, you're leaving my airspace, advisory 122.8, goodbye. Monitor 122.8 with 01419, bye-bye. John X3 Whiskey Yankee, you're leaving my airspace, advisory 1228, bye.
Alright, 122.8, I got you right, John X3 Whiskey Yankee.
If you don't laugh, you cry. Well, suppose. Look, I'm sure it'll get better eventually. Something like that. Is that what we're going to hope for? Okay, so landing performance. We are coming on runway 27. It's going to be dry. Anti-ice will be off. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, so it does say that we're going to have some issues landing.
1 to Tango, when ready, descend flight level 300, level data Aduto.
Oh, the wind's changed.
When ready, descending flight level 300, Aduto. Orange 1 to Tango.
Is that the wind? Oh, the wind has changed. Oh, shit. We'll probably have to come in on 09. Jamesy, what runway do you have coming in?
And Center Air France 69 Heavy, we just have a quick request.
Alpha 69, go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to hold off on flight level 330 if that's possible.
Yes, that's possible, and I'm closing, so you will be on advisory, so make what you want.
Alright, thanks very much. Wonderful ATC. Have a great night. See ya.
See you. Bonne nuit, au revoir. Yeah, all station, I'm closing, so advisory 122.8. See you next time, guys.
Thanks, ATC. Bye-bye.
Okay, so he's closing, so we need to go to 122.8 again. This is saying that the wind's changed. Oh no, I'm reading it backwards. No, I'm not. Coming at 09. That's the wind going that way, but when you go to 27. Oh yeah, we are going into wind. Sorry, I read it wrong. I changed it for no reason. Okay, ILS 27. Is landing control off now? Okay, that's okay. Alright, we're at top of descent. We'll let the plane do what it needs to do. Got a bit of time before we hit the channel. There's an M5 and there was a car pull over with 15 people that were pulled out of it and standing on the whole shoulder like, how do you get that many people? Well, you'd be surprised. Well, it's Swanwick Military Control. But they can take over if they want to. But why is the military? Is there military ops now? I didn't even know there was military ops in Vatsim. Okay, so I should probably fill out the performance stuff because I haven't even done that yet. What's the Q&H for? I'll find out. Hang on, let me just get the details. EGLC. Okay, so Q&H will be 1025. Ground temperature currently is about 8 degrees. Wind is currently at 280 at 8. I don't know what the minimums are, but it's a clear visual of 999, so it's not really a big deal. Okay, so we will be landing at 124. So we're just about to go over the channel now. We're on our way. Cooking a horse. Freaking hell. Birmingham's always kind of been a bit like that, though, even before anything else. Birmingham and Leicester always found a bit grubby. Manchester's quite grubby too, to be fair. I don't know if you can defend it. Don't know if it's a defending kind of thing, right? I think my Sims just crashed. Oh. Oh no, we're all good. Poor Blackpool. We already talked about Blackpool yesterday. So James, is that the only airspace online? I haven't looked. Oh, I don't know. We're gonna go into... No, I think we'll be okay. We kind of fall under Heathrow, but I think we'll be okay. I think. See if it's just one long line of North dead. Stop. be fair, X-Plane 12 is generally okay. I don't really get many crashes. I haven't been to Exeter in a long, long time. I had a cousin that got married there just before COVID. I think that was the last time I was in Exeter. These poor places. To be fair, the Toliss does have autosave, but if it crashes, I'm just going to turn the stream off. By the time I reload it and stuff, take me forever. You tried crack once. Well, lucky you tried it once and was able to stay off it, eh? For science purposes, right? Okay, looks like we are about to cross over. I'm crossing kind of near the Calais. I say was that Calais there maybe? I don't know. But Blackpool was the pleasure beach of the kingdom for many years, wasn't it? How many dinghies? I can see one. You do get boats in this game. There's a couple down here, look, one here, one here. No, there's one here. Yeah, everything's looking good. Good. We're heading to London. We have another guy in the Avro RJ trying to race us into LC going at 500 knots. Do we really? Which direction is he coming from? See, there's a helicopter there. Just southeast of Birmingham, funny enough. Why is it always the people from Brom? Okay, let's have a look. Southeast of Birmingham. Can't see him. Ah, there he is. Jesus Christ. Hey, Damien Darkwolf, good evening. Everybody wants the dinghy watch. Look, we've got a couple of them here. That this is leaving Calais now. Yeah, I see him now. He'll probably beat us down there if he's going indirect. Yeah, I'm down 18,000 feet already. Don't they rather be rescued now? Oh, there's a big one down here. This one's turning back. I have not seen no Tesla dinghies. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Been ages. Are you still flying? Sky color is the most accurate I've ever seen any sim video. To be fair, I do think the lighting and stuff is way better in X-Plane 12. Always have. And their weather upgrades out of the box now are a hell of a lot better. Like on X-Plane 11 you used to use like a lot of weather injectors and stuff. You really don't need to anymore. I'll turn down our lights a little bit. Look, there they all are, look, here they are. All your friends. Yeah, it's going well. I've got my own little plane now. Had my license for about a year and a half. Future of X-Plane is very exciting. Have you seen X-Plane 72 and Blue Games podcast where they interviewed? Yeah, I saw a little snippets of it. Look, the problem they have is they don't have the big Google engine for the maps and stuff. Like, they're always going to be a little bit behind. And it's just going to... The big thing is, it's a shame like developers like any builds have left X-Plane 12 behind to focus. Obviously, they got a big contract with Microsoft there. I mean, you can't turn that down, I suppose. So I think the thing that we have now, we've got lack of developers for planes. I mean, we've got... There's still a few there, but it's very slim pickings when things come out. I'd say the French would probably even give them the dinghies, no? Can't wait for Tesla to release a drivable microwave with touchscreen surround sound cinema. Have you seen their new mobile phone? The development for Explain... Actually, I actually find their development quite fast. I think they've been pretty good. But I think we have a lack of developers involved in making aircraft. Yeah, look, the problem with Microsoft Flight Simulator, a lot of people, it does seem to be able to model in things a lot faster and stuff. And there is a lot of shit. But there are some good stuff too. I fly a lot of X-Plane lately. I actually really enjoy X-Plane. But you can see the views are lower of X-Plane than when you play Microsoft Flight Sim. And the French try and get their fishing boats outside of the channel. I'm surprised that the French just aren't chugging them over anyways. Spread them on the Eurostar. Jesus, they're staying in the Ritz in London though. Yeah, the aircraft development is very slow. And like I said, losing any builds was a big blow because I actually liked the A300 that did the A310 and the Beluga. I love the Beluga. I still fly the Beluga, and this is one of my favorite planes. FlyJ Sim, I mean, they got the QX 400, which is probably one of my favorite planes in the game. I haven't flown it well, but that's probably what we'll fly next week. We'll fly a propeller plane. Yeah. Like, I don't know what the next plane... I see there's an A220 freeware coming out sometime this year. They're hoping by Christmas for X-Plane 12. But apart from Toliss, aren't Toliss bringing out... They just done the A330. Are they doing a new A350, are they? Is that what I read? I mean, the 777's had some updates. Yeah. I think I'm going to fly the Dash 8 next week, Jamesy. Shall we fly into Southampton next week? We'll fly propeller planes. You two can fly the ATR or something. Right, we need to get in here now. We're going to be turning on to finals soon. We're just about to hit 10,000 feet. So we do need to start doing some things here. So landing lights to the on position. Can't see if they're on. They're on. That's all good. Auto brake we're going to set to medium. We're going to probably need it. Retract the arm brakes, spoilers. That's it, someone just scared me. Sammy, thank you. Yeah, I'm sure I'd fly to Southampton. We could do maybe Glasgow or something to Southampton or something like that. Leeds Bradford to Southampton. No, Leeds Bradford's a bit close, is it? Maybe Newcastle to Southampton in an ATR. That'll take us a good hour and 20 minutes. Toliss announced the Yeah, I see that they got the CEO extension. I haven't brought the A320 because I've got the A319 and the A321. Alright, so we'll plan for Newcastle, Southampton, ATR / Dash. I think that's what we go for. Yeah, the A380 that's there is a load of dog shit as well, isn't it? Look, that's the biggest thing. Aircraft aren't coming fast enough. It's like the MD-11 and stuff, like they've all kind of dropped their projects, I find. I like the MD-11 on this as well, but yeah, unfortunately... Well, we'll do Newcastle, Edinburgh, whichever one. I don't mind. It's still a good hour flight on an ATR, isn't it? Okay, so we're coming into the mouth of the Thames now. We're landing over here somewhere. We're going to fly into Southampton because Jamesy lives in... Well, he used to live in Southampton. So we'll fly into Southampton. Yeah, we could do some Southend stuff. The ATR is really easy to fly. I mean, I might even fly the ATR. If I get my PC built in time, and I've got Microsoft, because I don't have Microsoft installed at the moment because the hard drive failed. Can you fly the AC-130? What's the AC-130? I don't know. Is it in the game? It might be a Microsoft Flight Sim. I'll write it down here. AC-130. The Avro, he is coming in at the same time. Fuck him. See, the Avro is another plane I really like. The other thing is, getting skins for Microsoft Flight Sim at the minute is really hard. The guy that used to do it's not doing it anymore, who was helping me. X-Plane's really easy to do. Hey Anderson, good evening. But I'll try and get the A319. Does the A320 Phoenix need a new repaint as well then, or does the old repaint still work? Like I said, I don't have Microsoft Flight Simulator installed at the moment. I won't have it until I build the new PC, so next week I'll be flying X-Plane as well. Yeah, okay, it's in Microsoft. So I can only fly X-Plane 12 until I rebuild my PC. So the rebuild of the PC, the parts are coming between, well, it's supposed to be today, but nothing came. And Friday, once I get it built. The 727, I've never flown on this sim, from FlyJ Sim, right? Didn't it get updated? Does anyone remember what the QNH was? 1025. So was the whole model redone again on the Phoenix then, A320? That's a friggin' pain because I've had to do that like 3 times as it is. Okay, I'll try and get all the Phoenix done, alright? No, don't FlyJ Sim have the 727? I'm just having a look here now.
City traffic, flyer 25 Whiskey.
It's currently on sale for 30 quid.
1 Charlie arrival for runway 27. For the last one, arrival. Currently it's going to go direct from Jacko straight to Ramsar and then continue it for runway 27, London Bay.
Okay, so I had to redo all of them. Okay, that guy was talking about us, right? London City traffic, Sydney 7742, currently at 10,000 feet, heading via LCE 13, coming in at Ravsar, probably about 15 nautical miles away. To be fair, that 727's actually only $29.
I just spotted you on the radar, simply virtual, so I'm going to do a week 360 and I'll come in behind you and your other aircraft that's following you in.
Yeah, okay, no worries, mate.
London City traffic, Euro Scotland 96 Whiskey Juliet, following the Simply aircraft to Lima Charlie Echo 13 via the Sogat 1 Charlie arrival. Currently 10,000 feet and approximately 10 miles from Lima Charlie Echo 13.
So James, as it currently is, I think you're going to be number 3. Oh, you hadn't seen the end of it yet. Oh, I should have said what I said earlier, but you said it was already ruined, so that's okay. Okay, so we do have planes behind us, so we need to get in. You can jog on number 2. Okay, it's a fight. It's a fight. I was out on a walk and saw the 727 flying over, and I saw so many people walk out of the house, look up. I do like the look of the 727s. I think they're quite hard to fly in this sim, though, and they're a little bit more old school and a bit more complex. When John Cena comes out at the stage with Cody on his shoulders, that's the best part of the whole match. And I think it's got Cody's music playing, isn't it? That's the best bit.
And Gatwick traffic, Blackbird SUS78 on the Tabora Bank of overhead Tabora.
Alright, we got to keep our speed up. Right, okay, so let's have a last little check. Spoilers are armed. Auto brake is set to medium. I think that should be more than enough. We don't need any flaps as of yet. We have 3 planes coming. Well, we got 2 planes coming in straight after us, so we can't mess this up. We've got to get it down and get it off. It doesn't have LNAV, I think. It doesn't have some sort of system, though. It does have a system, but I think it's like the old Concorde system with coordinates or something.
City traffic, flyer 25 whiskey spinning back around and going back direct to Rapsa.
I see him on the radar. Where the frig is he on the radar? Ah, he's gone out there.
London City traffic, Euroscope 96 whiskey Juliet descending to Rapsa from flight level 100, approximately 10 miles London City traffic.
Well, apparently he's been cleared of all charges. That's what's been put out there. He was cleared of all charges. That's because TKO wouldn't have let him back if he wasn't. Now, if it's right or wrong, or somebody was paid off, fuck knows. I mean, but yeah, it's people are not happy, are they? Oh, had a bit of thunder or something there. I can't. I'm under restrictions of speed. Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can fly a lot of those kind of military jets and stuff. They have a lot more. Yeah, I want to fly the Concorde on either of the flight sims, but it is a bit complex. It needs a bit of learning. You need to sit down and practice a few times before you take it to a stream, you know? The problem we have is we got a massive headwind. I do have the Concorde Lego set, but no to even start building. I have a Concorde Lego set, one from Temu. It's pretty big, but I haven't finished it either. I don't know where it is, to be honest with you. I was doing an Embraer 175 was the last one I was building, but I never finished. This is not Lego. This is painting.
London City traffic, Euroscope 96 whiskey Juliet, slowing speed to 200 knots to create the gap. Number 2 for landing, London City.
So London City is a very small airport. This is not really the plane that should fly into it. So yeah, we've really got to stick the landing first time. Hey, look, if you guys that were migrant watching, look all these boats here in the Thames. Here they all are, look at them. Swarming London. So, on this... Yeah, Southend is just over here. There's Southend. We'll fly into there as well over the weeks. So this is a very steep descent because of the high buildings in London. This is what makes this airport a bit tricky. It's a very shallow descent, very steep descent. Small runway, water on each side. It's not too challenging, but Jamesy, I'm doing what the speed restrictions are telling me. What the frig are you doing? So see if we can see Jamesy behind us quickly. We have time. Oh, no, there's Jamesy. You can see him. Where's the other guy? I'm slowing everyone down. Oh, he's alright, he's miles away. Red Arrow's landing in the same time. Yeah, let's do it. I'll land on the grass, or the taxiway. Okay, we're down to 4,000 feet. Runway's in sight, anyways. Oh, there's a helicopter here. Hopefully he's not going to crash into us. We saw what happened in America. It doesn't normally go into there, but I think we're going to be okay. Whoever that is cannot hear them. Nah, we should be alright coming in here. I'm gonna just slam it onto the markers. No messing. Yeah, shame. So the 09 runway is a little nicer because you're coming over the city. You can see all the buildings. Look, I mean, it's not great in X-Plane 12. Microsoft Flight Simulator is a little bit better. There's London Heathrow. See all the planes on Vatsim. And then we still got this helicopter just buzzing around the city here. Look. Right, things are going to get serious very quick. So here's the localizer. It's coming in really fast now. London City traffic, Sydney 7742 established on the ILS for runway 27. Okay, so this is steep and fast. Why is my speed not coming down?
Traffic engine 151 taxi to appointment November 3427.
Sunset traffic gear has got 96 Whiskey Juliet, slowing to 116 knots, middle 5 DME.
Oh, we are going around, people. This is stupid. We're going way too fast.
Sink rate.
500.
Pull up.
400.
Pull up. Pull
300.
up. Pull up.
200.
Pull up. Terrain.
100 above.
Terrain.
100. Minimum
Pull up.
50. 40. 30. 10.
In the parking area. No! Simply 7742 vacated runway.
Sunset traffic gear has got 96 Whiskey Juliet, fully established islands 273 miles.
Way too fast. To be fair, I should have done a go round and done it properly, but it's late and I have work in the morning. Jesus Christ. I should have taken over it. I didn't realise it wasn't going to slow me down fast enough. I should have slowed...
Traffic, flyer 25 Whiskey now on the localizer for runway 27, about 10 miles out. Safe traffic.
Everybody close your eyes for a second. Ah, dearie me. I'm not even parked in the right place. I just want to see Jamesy come in. I should have watched my speed. No, it's my fault with the speed. And Jamesy slams it to the ground. No, he's okay. It was my own fault. It was my own doing. My bad. We'll put it down that we haven't flown in a while. How many times did I land? Landing rate minus 1,690. That is some flight. Yeah, I don't think anyone will be flying with me again. I'm gonna come off the Vatsim here. Jesus. No, so basically when I was 10 miles out, I should have slowed the plane. I'm so used... Basically, this plane would generally slow itself down, but because I told you it's a very steep... and Jamesy was telling me to hurry up. So I was trying to stay on the power too long. It's my own fault. I had all the gear and everything out to try and slow myself down as much as I could. Yeah, I should have gone around, but I was late. I have to get up for work at 5:30 in the morning, so I don't wanna. I didn't want to go around again. I had the spoilers out the whole time. Oh no, they went in. Why did they go in? I had them out. But you see how steep it is, and that's why the speed is an issue. I should have been a lot slower. I am flying with Simply Connect. Oh, that's why you don't fly. Yeah. Ah, look, it's a bit of fun. We don't take life too seriously. There's no fun in that. Oh yeah, look at that. It wouldn't go back down then. It had too much speed. It was floating then, you see. Oh! The reverses took a while to come out there. Don't look, don't look. I was trying to get into parking there, but we failed a little bit there, didn't we? But anyways, welcome to London, guys. We did it. Yeah, I gotta get 5:30 for work tomorrow. Yeah, unfortunately, this is why I wasn't working today, so that's why sometimes Tuesdays are a bit of a pain. It depends on my schedule. My schedule changes all the time. But yeah, I'll be up at 5:30 tomorrow. I've been trucking all day tomorrow then, so there'll be no... I don't stream on a Wednesday. That's another reason why I don't stream Wednesdays. So anyways, we'll be back on Thursday. We'll be back next Tuesday flying the ATRs, which would be kind of funny. Parking inside the terminal. That's it. Look, we did our best. We can't be perfect all the time. It'd be no fun. Anyways, look, thank you for everyone that's been here this evening. Much appreciated. Back on Thursday. We're going to be doing something new on Thursday, a new game. I'm still quite far behind. No idea what it is going to be, but there'll be something new. Thank you for everyone that's been here. As always, thank you, Jamesy Count, for flying with us on the Virtual Airlines, and Vatsim Jamesy. And if anyone wants to fly with us, who does fly, you know, as you can see, as a virtual airline, we have no standards. So sometimes that's the best standard. But anyways, good night.